probably one of them. I think Sony was shocked when Microsoft went up yesterday, and I think they said to themselves, we got some fucking game here, boy. You know? Hats off to Microsoft. And you know, the thing is that Sony could have did that. They could have did this conference a lot different. And here's the thing, Sony listens. And that's why Sony knocks it out of the park every year. And I think they're going to get... I don't think you're ever going to see anything like this again. They're going to read those Twitter comments. And I'm not talking about comments from Xbox fanboys or Nintendo fanboys that hate Sony. I'm talking about legit journalism. People that are like, I'm not liking this. You know, this is a pain in the ass. And it took the immersion out of the way. What they should have did was, they should have went right from The Last of Us 2 to like Ghost, to Death Stranding, to Spider-Man, and then have those little announcement trailers in between the big 4 games. They didn't have to, and they could have did all their musicians too, and their music, and their flutes, and their, you know, all that. But they didn't have to do that whole setting movement thing. And that intermission was long. Even the girls like, okay, let's get back to the games. I'm like, yeah. At first it was funny because I was watching it through GameSpot, and I thought maybe they're not covering the whole conference, and I'm fucking missing the fucking Sony press conference. But then I seen Sean Layden sitting there with him. I'm like, what's going on here? And then it kept going and going, and I'm like, they're not going back yet. So I flipped on to IGN. I seen their stream was the same. And I'm like, this is stupid. It did piss me off during that. But, I mean, other than that, I thought Sony did great. I loved the fucking games they showed. And they're all about the games. Now, another weird thing is that because of this new style, and there's nothing wrong with having a style just of the games. That was great. That's what Microsoft did this year. But, I mean, it was weird not seeing certain developers up there that you're used to seeing. I thought maybe Neil Druckmann would come on and talk about The Last of Us 2. And no, it was really none of that. It was basically just Sean Layden and then game, which is fine. I mean, you don't need all this technical stuff. But it was different. And I was scratching my head. Because, you know, I thought I was going to get into this and say, you know, I'm going to have an idea who's going to win E3. Oh, I mean, after tomorrow, because Nintendo. But now, depending on what happens with the Direct, I don't know. I got to sit down and think. There's a couple that I definitely know, like I said, that are on the bottom. And there's a couple that I definitely know that are on the top. But so far, nobody's, like, locked. You know, because, like, even though I watch all the conferences every year, sometimes I automatically know in my head who fucking won it. You know? And this year, I really don't know. That was a weird thing that Sony did. I'm thinking if it's going to bite them in the ass. I don't know. So I think Sony will look at this and look at what people think and people, you know, said about it. But I don't know. It was weird. It was fucking weird. I mean, I thought when it started out in that fucking tent with the lights, I thought that was fucking weird. I'm like, dude, man, this is not a Sony setting. Sony's cutting edge, big fucking amphitheater. You know what I mean? They're in like a fucking tent or something. Like a fucking tent I put up when I have like a 4th of July party. And weird. But, you know, they should have just picked whatever and stood there. And showed every game seamlessly. No fucking intermission. And whatever they said during that intermission bullshit, they could have showed in the trailer. They could have implemented that into the show. You know, because naturally they wouldn't just do all 4 1-1-1. You know, 1-1-1-1. Like, in other words, The Last of Us 2, Resident Evil, God of War, Call of Duty, then have Ghost, then have, you know, this announcement, and then this announcement, and Kingdom Hearts trailer, and then have Death Stranding, and then Spider-Man. But, I mean, they didn't have to do that intermission bullshit, and I'm going to tell you, there was a lot of fucking people from big gaming journalism, big game media, mainstream media, and they were not happy. They were tweeting, sitting, and the one guy from IGN goes, "My God, I have to get up again and move." It was weird. It was very weird. But anyway, that's that. So I hope you enjoy my coverage. Well, we got Nintendo Direct, and then like I said, I'm going to sit down and do my job. And I got to look at these notes, and I got to figure out a winner. So I'll definitely give you a ranking system of who won E3 2018, because I know a lot of you guys are into that and look forward to that. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.